A favor for a friend and the Jacko PI tailing the kingpin of Port Charles. It's not that Stone Cold hoped I'd catch the big man with his hand in the cookie jar. My assignment was only to see that he kept out of... trouble.
This is how we started, isn't it? You and me, large quantities of alcohol.
Well, I'm not going to drink with you or do anything with you again. And, you know, this thing that you did, going over to Kate's house, throwing in her face that we slept together one night, it's unacceptable.
Well, I didn't realize that the truce between our families meant I had to stay away from your little stick figure girlfriend.
Let's not lose sight of the fact that this is Kate's magazine.
Which is why Lulu can't come in here demanding a job.
There aren't any openings at the moment, I'm afraid.
You're financing Kate's magazine, which means we're financing Kate's magazine.
That still doesn't give Jax the right to dictate who I hire as an assistant.
Yeah, Kate's right.
You're my husband. Lulu's my cousin. You need to have Kate hire her. Honey.
You're very good at what you do, Dr. Devlin, which is plastic surgery. Stick to it. I could easily find someone just as competent to find me another face. Just as charming as this one.
Since when do you balk at murder?
When the victim is closely related to my brother and his family. You see, I'd rather disappear again than kill Sonny and have Jax find out.
Jerry? I didn't know that you knew Dr. Devlin.
You walk into my hospital room and you start filling my head with your crap. Like father or like son?
My father's the reason that I'm here, Mr. Zakara. He is the reason I will see you free.
I'm telling you right now, don't go promising things you can't deliver on. It'll make me angry.
No need for threats, Mr. Zakara. I'm about to become the best friend you ever had.
Okay.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not.
Hey, what's wrong? Come on, tell me.
The teddy bear.
Okay, well, if you want it, I'll buy it for you.
No, that's not it. I used to have one when I was a little girl. The same one with the polka dotted bow tie.
So what's the tragedy, Robin?
I don't know where it is. I don't know where any of my old things are. I thought they were in Uncle Mac's attic, but he said no. I mean, I'm bringing a child into this world and I have absolutely nothing to offer it.
Hey, come on, you know that's not true.
Every child deserves a history, you know, a connection to its past. I know why you're here.
I doubt that.
You think that I'm helpless. You think that I'm incapable of taking care of me and the muffin.
Muffin?
Well, you know, some people say bun in the oven. I prefer muffin.
Actually, I want your opinion on the case.
Really? You're really sweet.
I am.
Well, not all the time, but right now, the way you're making up excuses to come see me, you really shouldn't.
I really didn't, actually. Seriously, Robin, and I mean this with all the respect in the world. Not everything is about your pregnancy.
Vic Chanella was trouble on high heels. I wondered what a game was when she filled the top dog with hooch, get 'em all hot and bothered and try to flim-flam 'em. But the Kingpin didn't get to the top of the heap for nothing. He'd handled tough dames before.
If you're serious about keeping the peace between our families, just stay away from me.
Can I have another one, please?
Excuse me. You rent those? Yeah, at 7 p.m. Go straight to the coffee warehouse. We're trying a new distributor from Venezuela. What's that? No, Jason's out of town. I'll be overseeing everything, so. And tell the inspector that I'll have all the paperwork for him to sign. Thanks, Bernie.
It's so funny to me, the idea of you as a legitimate coffee merchant.
That's funny to you? Well, what's funny to me is that you're interested in publishing.
Everybody needs a legitimate business. Isn't that right, Java Man? Besides, my interest in Kate Howard's magazine venture is actually genuine. Do you ever notice that the women in Italy look like real women as opposed to that little stick figure of a girlfriend you have?
You know, that's interesting, because Kate Howard is the most successful woman in her field. Why do you treat her with such disrespect?
I just call him like I see him. Kate Howard is a stick with a head on it. She's skinny.
You're not threatened by her, are you?
Do I look threatened?
Somebody with class, taste, in a social position. I think that intimidates you, right?
Do I look intimidated?
Um,
Well, she's the one who started the fight. So who's threatened?
I'm not going to get into this with you because you're not worth it. See? You're not worth me even talking. Oh,
Stay away from my sister.
Kate already has an assistant.
Well, luckily for Kate, a more qualified person has become available.
More qualified? Based on what? Lulu's pathetic shoes, that knockoff handbag she's been carrying around, or the cut-rate store where she bought that outfit? Only the best synthetics for Lulu.
I have no intention of hiring Lulu. Well, you know what? You may want to rethink that, okay? You should be grateful that Lulu would take such a low-level position.
Carly, you can't
Lulu
just
is
walk
smart,
in here and
she's
just...
capable, and she has a talent for thinking on her feet, like all Spencers.
Well, if she's so great, maybe you should hire her, because this job is already taken.
Yeah, here's a more relevant question. Does Lulu even want this job?
I guess I'm busted, as you say. I was inquiring about your nephew's condition.
Anything you want to know about Nicholas, ask me.
Well, that didn't seem very tactful.
I explained to Mr. Jacks that I couldn't possibly violate doctor-patient confidentiality, which leaves us nothing further to discuss.
What could you possibly want to know about Nicholas?
Well, I have many reasons, selfish, every one of them. You see, Nicholas is fighting a brain tumor, and I'd like to think that the drugs I gave him didn't lead to his condition.
Your conscience speaking?
Well, call it what you will. I mean, it would be a relief if you didn't blame me for your nephew's illness. I mean, we might actually stand a chance.
A good lawyer does his homework. He's always prepared. And I've done mine.
What a good boy you are. Why do I care about any of this?
I'm going to be filing papers with the court, Mr. Zakara. There's going to be depositions regarding your psychological conditions.
It's medical. I have a medical condition that manifests itself in a psychological manner. But I am not crazy.
Yes, what you have, Mr. Zakara, is paranoid schizophrenia with delusions.
Schizophrenia. That's a good one. That's excellent. If they ask me to spell it, I'm screwed.
I think the less you talk, the better. Now, the court is going to find that you have been doing much better on the olanzapine.
Bottom line it for me, Ricardo.
All right. Best case scenario. The court will find that you were mentally incompetent at the time your crimes were committed at the Black and White Ball. More likely, you are going to have to stand trial.
Okay, boy genius. So what's the plan?
You weren't responsible for your actions the night of the Black and White Ball, right? I have medical testimony to prove that fact. What I have is compelling enough to get you acquitted.
And what's this sleight of hand gonna cost me?
Not about money.
Don't be stupid. It's always about money. Or revenge. Revenge. I like that. Tell me more.
Once I get you free of this place, we're gonna destroy my father.
Lulu, is this a financial thing? Because if you need a loan, I'm sure we can work something out.
Done. Rich relatives come in so handy, and it'll supplement your income from your real job as a waitress at Kelly's.
Supplement. Did Maxie say supplement? Wow, learning big words. Here's what you need to know about me. I'm not afraid of hard work. I get along with people. You're a very busy woman. Miss Howard, you need to be represented by someone who can get you what you need without alienating the immediate world. I've also taken classes in business and marketing.
So what?
Marketing, Maxie, it has nothing to do with shopping.
Lulu, tell us what you know about marketing.
Well, you establish a brand, you do vertical integration and create name recognition. You can have the greatest business plan, but it doesn't matter unless you have marketing and PR to create a successful business. I'm a quick learner, and I have ideas and opinions, and it seems to me that you need someone who is more than an airheaded fashion plate. You need someone who can think for herself.
Well, Kate, I don't know if you can turn that down.
Fine. Lulu gets a chance. As second assistant.
Jack OPI was concerned that the Kingpin was about to be gray meat. But between myself and the lug pack and heat, I figured we had it covered. Still, the hot-headed punk trying to protect his sister was bad news. I was already figuring out how to break this to stone cold.
If this piece is gonna mean anything, stay away from my sister.
John, it's okay. I asked Sonny to meet me here.
Why?
I went to see his little lady friend today. I was interested in a business venture, her new magazine, investing, maybe, possibly. But conversation did not go well, unfortunately. So I asked Sonny to meet me here so I could tell him my side of the story.
Well, you've explained. Thank you very much. I don't care. For once, I agree with your brother. The further you stay away from me, honestly, the better we're all gonna be.
What the hell's going on?
We're all just feeling our way through this.
Every time I turn around, you and Corinthos are in each other's faces.
That's how I get the upper hand, John. Sonny just gave me the information we need to destroy him.
You seem to think that there's a relationship that's going to be happening between the two of us, and I keep telling you it's not going to happen.
Well, I don't believe in absolutes, I believe that there's always room for hope.
And that's really bizarre coming out of your mouth, being the cynic that you are.
Well, you see, romance is something for which I've always been an internal optimist.
Maybe if I just heard 1 ounce of regret for all the horrible things that you've done.
Here's what it is. You can't unring the bell.
So you have selective optimism. It must be confusing for you.
But I could point out that as far as the damage goes, it could have been worse. But that would be an excuse, and I loathe excuses. I'm trying to revisit my priorities. I'm trying to turn my life around, and I'd like to hope that there's reason to.
That's your call.
Well, not entirely. You could help a great deal if you chose to.
I agree with your prognosis and your course of treatment, although I probably would have phased in the dosage a little more gradually. I could have told you that on the phone or in an email.
Yeah, I know, but I was driving by. Thought I'd stop in. Face-to-face is better than not.
And you were checking up on me.
I had a legitimate question, and I thought, you know what? Forget it.
You thought what?
No, you're right, Robin. I was checking up on you, and I want to know why that's such a crime.
It's not a crime. You're being really sweet.
Okay, you know what? You keep saying that, and you're scaring me.
Okay. Wanting you here and needing you here are two very different things.
Yes, I know, because you're competent and capable. Independent and determined. You can change a light bulb, you can cook a roast, you can pick out furniture and analyze DNA, you can save a life all before breakfast. You're a woman, hear you roar, I get it.
It's kind of obnoxious, isn't it?
Well, you're hormonal, I mean.
And I'm very bloated.
Hey, you're beautiful.
What?
You're beautiful. Watching you go through this pregnancy is like watching you, I don't know, it's like watching you blossom. I mean, you're crying over a teddy bear. What's not to love? Okay, well, you sure you don't need anything from me?
Now that you mention it, there's this one thing.
The launch party for Crimson is top priority, so call Clarice and get the guest list from her. She'll tell you how I like things. Then call the caterer and the party planner and set up a meeting to discuss details. I need the Milan spread overnighted to New York, and when you're done with that, go through my emails and clean up all the spam. It's so annoying. And while you're at it, make sure that my correspondence gets my attention. Oh, there's the call from London. I'm gonna take it upstairs.
That's you. The second answers the phone.
Kate Howard's office. Yes, she's expecting you. Hold on.
Hand me Kate's PDA.
Get it yourself.
Lulu, I have lots of important things to do, and I do not need you getting in the way. Okay, why don't you take this to the post office? We have an account for overnighting things to the New York office.
Take it yourself. I'll call the party planner.
You can't.
I don't work for you, Maxie.
No, I meant you can't because you don't even know who she is. However, I've had several conversations with her, so why don't you just do the spam thing? It'll keep you out of trouble.
Where does it say that you get to order me around?
I have seniority.
By how many hours?
Hermione, Maxie Jones from Kate Howard's office. She wanted me to set up a meeting with you. Sure, I'll wait.
London will call back in 15.
Excuse me, Miss Howard. The idea was for me to work for you, not to be Maxie's slave.
How is this my problem?
You've mistaken me for someone that I'm not.
Oh, come on, you have compassion and intelligence. I mean, I know you have an open mind and maybe even an open heart.
I'm not rescuing any more bad boys, all right? I've done that once. I've done that twice. Oh, God. Here's the truth. You have done a lot of things that you shouldn't have done, and now you need to live with the consequences. And one of those consequences is that you and I are not going to be anything more than attorney-client privilege. At this moment, there is not a lot of room between you and a harassment charge.
Well, that would mean that one of us was not consenting. And it's very clear that you liked it as much as I did.
Just because I'm human doesn't make that right.
Have it your way. I'm just another bad boy. You're not here to save me, but you can't ignore the fact that you like me perhaps as much as I like you. Which is why I can't ignore this.
Who let you in? I can't get a minute's peace.
You got a busy day?
You look like I feel, which is pretty good these days.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it.
The doctor tells me my condition is now totally under control. Magic pills. There's a cure for everything, my friend, except a broken heart. But that's another story. So, can you see the difference in me?
Well, you look more even. And I'm glad to see it.
Forget what you owe me as a friend. You are the best lawyer I know. So, how long before you can spring me from this joint?
Okay, what sort of information did you get that'll hurt Sonny?
I didn't say hurt. I said take him out. Trust me, I know the difference, and I know what I'm doing.
Okay, but sometimes you do it for the wrong reasons.
We agreed that Sonny needs to be gone permanently, right? I can take care of it. You can keep your hands clean.
You're trying to provoke him. Why else would you go to his girlfriend and offer to buy into her magazine? Where the hell's that gonna get you?
That's gonna get me Sonny to come when I call. Because he wants me to stay away from Kate, because he wants me to stay as far away from her as possible and leave her alone. You know what? I went there tonight so Sonny would come here. And it worked perfectly. He's not gonna even know what hit him.
Hey!
All right.
What are you doing, guy? How you doing?
Morgan was just going up to take his bath.
Yeah, hey, listen. I'm gonna come up, and guess what I'm gonna do? Tuck you in. How's it going, buddy?
Okay.
Any, trouble in school?
Felt kind of weird. I didn't tell him I ran away. Then they won my why.
Because you'd have to tell him about the gun?
How old were you when you quit school?
Young enough to be that stupid.
You did okay.
Okay, where are you going? Get out. Hey, sit down. You know what? If things had been a little different for me, I would never left school. Because it wasn't fun. It wasn't easy. It was just a way for me to get out of a bad situation at home. You're nothing like me.
Why was it bad?
You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
And you know I try my best to be a good father sometimes. You always know where to find me if you need me, right?
Yeah.
And your mother, God, she'll do anything for you. You know that. And now you got Jax, right? Who's turned out to be, pretty good as far as you and Morgan are concerned, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that lucky because I was never able to find my own father when I needed him. And my stepfather, he didn't love me, okay? He was not a happy person, so he took it out on his family, right? You know what? If you ever think we're being unfair, you need to come to us, you understand? Because, all we want for you is to be happy, right? Safe and the whole thing, right?
I just want you to teach me what you know.
What I know is that you need to be your own man, not like me or anybody else. You need to be your own man. You get that?
Yeah.
I think Lulu's going to be great.
Yeah. Spinelli, what? You scared the hell out of me. Get out from under the bench.
Thank you.
This isn't a schoolyard. I don't have the time nor the inclination to referee cat fights between my assistants. Maxie was here first, so whatever the problem is, she gets the benefit of the doubt. That's unfair. Fair? Would you like to know about my last assistant?
Clarice.
Oh, no. No. Clarice was promoted, and frankly, I'm still bitter about it. But Giselle saw how competent she was and rewarded her. No. Before Clarice, there was Lisa. Now, Lisa had potential too, but... Oh, she was sloppy. She got the nail polish wrong.
Nail polish?
Oh, yes. I told her red with fuchsia tones, and she got me red with magenta tones. It was wrong on so many levels, and she used to weep because I never said thank you. Yes, well, now Lisa has a job that requires nothing more than repeating the phrase paper or plastic. This is fashion, ladies. Fair doesn't come into the equation. If you don't like it, I can just tell Jax you chose to resign.
It was nice having you around.
I have never quit anything in my life. I will learn the difference between magenta and fuchsia.
I already know.
Great. course you do, Maxie. And that's why Lulu gets to make 50 copies of this report, collate it, and put it into binders. And don't choose any of those tacky binders. Something nice and tasteful.
I better pick the binders.
I can do it! Oh. Well, I like that can-do attitude. Get George for me from the Lake Cole House.
I was looking for Fair and Lulu.
Here?
Uh-huh.
Why are you dressed like that?
There's a party. I was gonna ask Lulu to the party. Well, Lulu's at Kate Howard's place. Oh. Well, there's no need for me to be here. Something wrong with that driveway?
Hi, Mom. Dad came to visit.
That's nice.
We weren't expecting you.
Yeah, well, I told you I was gonna come by and spend more time with Michael Morgan, especially now that he's home. I was explaining to him that, it's very important to stay in school, and that all of us would want him to have priorities in his life so he can be what he wants to be,
Your brother's right.
Well, what if I decide that I want to work with Dad?
Well, that's fine.
Sonny.
No, because if Michael wants to work for me, then he has to learn a lot about the coffee import business.
I want details.
I'm giving you something better. Deniability.
You remember when my mother died? Dad was nowhere to be found. He locked himself upstairs in her bedroom, let out these long, loud wails like some wounded animal. Remember that?
Yeah. I used to come into your room and check on you, make sure you're okay, and you'd always be sitting on the windowsill, staring out at the river like you were gonna get away.
I asked you what was wrong. You remember what you told me?
Something so you wouldn't be scared?
You told me he had the flu. Yeah, that's right. The old man was having a complete psychotic break, cracking up. And you told me it's okay, John. He'll be fine once his fever breaks.
You were 8 years old, John. You were a kid. You didn't need
The lies didn't work for me then, and they still don't.
You don't trust me? Huh? You think I'd hurt you, John?
It's not about that. If this hit doesn't go as planned, and Sonny remembers the information that he let slip to you, you could get hurt.
He has no idea that he let any information slip at all. None.
I gotta take this.
Fine. I'm late for a meeting anyway.
John's car.
Thanks.
Anthony, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I got very little hope that you are ever gonna be a free man.
So we don't even try?
Come on, Tony, I'm always trying. I have never stopped trying.
I'm not crazy anymore. The doctors here can testify to that.
I got that. But then you're gonna have to stand trial in a criminal court. You'll get convicted, and you'll receive multiple successive life sentences.
You don't sound optimistic, Trev.
Tony, it is time that we face the facts and be thankful for what you got. You're in a prison hospital. You got the best of care. And your family and friends can come in and see you almost any time they want. All in all, I think you're a very lucky man.
It never ceases to amaze me how your kids can drive you crazy 1 minute, and in the next minute, they're asleep and they're perfect little angels.
Yeah.
I know you're not thrilled with the idea that Sonny's going to spend more time with Michael. He needs to spend more time with his father. You know that's important.
Yeah, no, I love seeing Sonny every day. Really, no, I knew that he was part of the package deal. It's okay, though. I get to spend more time on my business.
Yeah.
Right.
Your business is like your hotel, all of them. All your offices. You have so many options. As long as none of them include spending more time with Kate Howard.
I spoke with Hermione. She said she would be happy to talk concept. She has plenty of ideas. So do I. I'm going to meet her in an hour.
The meeting's tonight? Do you have someplace more important to be?
It's okay. I can go by myself.
No, I'll be there. The magazine is called Crimson. That's as good a place to start as any.
Crimson. That is not fuchsia or magenta.
Oh, I didn't know you had company. I'm sorry.
We were just leaving.
Okay.
Hi, Sonny.
Hey. What was that about?
I have 2 new assistants now. Max, he's the one with the killer instincts. Lulu.
Well, Lulu, you better be careful because the Spencers are tough. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you came by.
Be right back.
Missed you.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Hunter go kill dinner for woman.
I'm starving. Thank you.
Knock yourself out. I got some more sauce here, too.
Oh, more sauce.
Obviously, you feel better.
Well, you know, I have to take advantage of these opportunities where I feel like I am not going to puke, so I actually can take my meds and keep them down. More, huh?
I'm okay. This whole pregnancy thing is so interesting. When we were together, you never ate ribs. You barely ever touched red meat.
I have no control. My body tells me what I need, and I have to have it.
Okay, so red meat, I'm thinking iron deficiency.
Oh, come on. Don't make a big deal out of it, okay? Tomorrow it's gonna be dairy, pickles, or maybe even both. This being inside of me is only this big, and it already controls my life. I mean, I am no longer in control of my own destiny.
My brother wants to talk to me. All he has to do is make a phone call.
Whoa, I'm the one with the questions here.
Well, then perhaps you should try asking instead of having your boys harass me.
I got a couple of friends watching over my father, and they say you paid him a little visit. I'd love to know why.
Okay, there should be red roses at every table. Miss Howard will want to check them to make sure they're the right red, and she also wants place settings and seat assignments.
With this budget, you have to do buffet style. I mean, you don't do duck's liver pate and crab claws with formal settings.
Okay, well, Miss Howard was very specific. She knows who should sit with who, and she definitely wants crab claws.
Well, there's a compromise.
With Kate Howard, there isn't.
We do buffet style, and we have table and seat assignments.
Yeah, like a hoedown or a backyard barbecue.
I'll make a call about the crystalware, and you two work it out.
Do you have any respect for Kate? You're completely ignoring her wishes.
I'm using my brain.
You have no interest in fashion, and even less taste. You would serve cocktail wieners if I would let you.
Oh, Dad loves cocktail wieners. He has cook make them for him every week.
You don't want this job, Lulu, so why don't you just go home?
I'm not going anywhere.
All right. Then prepare to become fashion roadkill because this job is my dream. I'm not gonna let you take it from me.
Of course I have to spend time with Kate. We have a magazine to get up and running. Do you have any idea what it takes to launch a new publication?
Do you need to hug her too?
Are we gonna go there? Seriously?
Why did you have to invest? Why?
What do you...
Why couldn't you put your money behind Couture? I mean, it is a proven success. It is.
Because-
Or how about an oil well in Venezuela?
Because I
That
thought it
would
was
be
a
perfect.
good business opportunity, okay? I followed my instinct. I always follow my instinct. That's how I knew to fall in love with you.
Oh, don't even try flirting with me. You know you like her.
Yes, I do. But I love you. Hey. Go ahead. Come on. After we lost the baby, we promised each other that we would carry on. Now, my business with Kate is part of that. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to trust me.
I do trust you. I don't trust her.
Come on, come here.
Well, I'm no longer the DA, so I have to scrounge work wherever I can. I just went to visit your father to see how his condition was, mentally.
Why do you care?
Anthony's progress is significant enough that we could get him released. Case could be made that he was mentally incompetent during the events of the black and white ball. With the medical testimony I'm putting together, it's an excellent chance your father could be released.
My father's a brutal, murderous bastard who deserves to be locked up till the end of time. So don't you so much as think about having him released.
Speak.
Mr. Grinda, sir, I was just, I was looking for Fair Lulu.
Okay, first of all, you've been following me since the Metro Court, right? And then Carly's, and then here.
Sonny, has he really done any harm?
I don't like the weirdo following me around. This is about Jason, isn't it? He wants you to tell me whatever. You tell Jason that I'm doing fine, right? And that I don't want you within 500 yards of me.
Okay, sorry, sir. Fashionista.
Oh, man, it's just,
Jason is worried, should you be?
You know what? It's like this. See, Jason wants an excuse to avoid surgery. What he doesn't understand is that things are so good now, right? And that's partly, that's partly because of you, all right? And we have a truce now, right? You know, I did all that, and now I can focus on us, my kids, things that matter. It's all good, right? It's all good.
You didn't waste any time, did you?
And why are we here?
On Friday at 7 p.m., Sonny is expecting a shipment of coffee. He'll be here to sign off on it. It's all very legit.
How do you know this?
I know.
I'll have at least 2 bodyguards.
No, the custom inspectors will be here so he can sign off on it in person. He can't risk having guards around.
I can do this.
Good. Then we're agreed. Sonny dies on Friday.